English language proficiency test waiver. So basically, when we apply at some US or Canadian university, I'm talking about the international applicants who are applying at grad level, such as for master's or PhD. We need to prove our English language proficiency by submitting the test scores such as IELTS or TOEFL. And this is mostly the general case for international applicants. But there is also another option, which is getting a waiver or exemption from submitting a test score to prove our English language proficiency. And this is what actually we're going to talk about in this video for the international applicants. So the first thing that we will discuss is the eligibility. Who are eligible to get a waiver? So on the screen, you can see a list of countries. This is the list I have got from the Penn State, but if you go to the websites of the other universities, you will see these countries also. So there are two options. Either if you are a citizen of these countries, then you will get a waiver. You don't need to submit any test score to prove your English language proficiency. But there is also another one, that if you have a degree, more precisely a university degree such as a bachelor's or master's or PhD from any university which is situated in any of these English language speaking countries. At that time, you will also get a waiver. You don't need to submit any test score. And this is the most general case, but there are some exceptions. Very few universities, very few, maybe 1 to 2%, they require you to have a degree, but not master's, not other degrees. Actually, they require you to have a bachelor degrees. That if you have a bachelor degree, only then you will get a waiver. But once again, this is, very rare. 99% universities won't put this kind of restriction. This is one case. Also, there are some universities which say that yes, it is fine, you have some degrees from any English language speaking countries, but these degrees can't be 5 or 10 years old, more than 5 or 10 years old. But once again, this is also very rare. Most of the universities, either in US or Canada, they say you will get a waiver from submitting a test score if you have a degree from a university which is situated in this country. And the next one that I'm going to discuss in this video, that how to get this waiver. And I'm going to tell you this from my experience, because I had a degree, a master's from UK. So that is when I applied for my PhD at the US universities, I got a waiver. So how does it work? Surprisingly, it doesn't require different application. When we apply, we need to provide an application package which requires our SOP, lore, transcripts, etc. And when we apply, there is an option like the test score. So in there, I don't need to submit anything. And in the most of the universities, like in their application portal, sometimes there is a case that I need to write down waiver request. That's it. I will upload my transcripts, and when I pay on the very next day, mostly what I have seen, that automatically after reviewing my application, after studying my transcripts, they have added a waiver. Besides that language test portion, I can see a tick mark, waived. Very easy. Well, those who have this kind of issues, so when you apply, just before applying, have a look at the university's website, the requirements, that yes, you have a degree, but still I have told you about some exceptions. Have a look, and if you have a waiver, certainly it's your qualification, because you already have a degree from an English speaking country, so you will get it. Also, one last thing, that yes, you have got that waiver, you have got admission, you have got funding, your assistantship. Now it's time for you to finalize your admission. So in that case, that as you have got a waiver and you really didn't need to submit any official test score, so in that case, the universities might require you to send the official transcripts from the universities from which you have got the degrees, and the degrees that have been used for you in your application to allow you getting a waiver. So you might need to send those transcripts to remove your TOEFL or IELTS hold and finalize your admission. So yes, that's all for today. Thank you very much.